Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to be talking about for this segment of the stream is it's something very prudent and important and cool, and it's cooler than you might think. So there's a sponsor by the name of Betterhelp, and they've been around for a very, very long time. This is a sponsor that's reached out to me to sponsor them multiple times, like many times. So this guy just made a video a day ago. The Betterhelp YouTube virus is back. People are finally recognizing. Asmongold reacted to it. My boy Asmon on top of it. The depressing truth about BetterHelp 7 months ago. People are finally getting back to making fun of BetterHelp. Because BetterHelp was in a really weird state. About 5 years ago, PewDiePie made a video. We need to talk about YouTubers promoting BetterHelp. Literally 5 years ago, he made this video because everyone was being sponsored by BetterHelp. And they stopped. They literally stopped doing BetterHelp because of this PewDiePie video. BetterHelp lost all of its sponsors. It lost all of the people that were willing to work with them. But here's the kicker. 3 years later, people forgot, and BetterHelp came back. Everyone started taking the BetterHelp sponsors again. People that dropped it, like Jax Films, took it back again later. Anthony Padilla, Death Battle. These guys have them all the time, and I'm not calling them out personally. People need a gotta make money. Know what I'm saying? People need a gotta make money. I am someone who also need a gotta make money. I've never taken a BetterHelp sponsor. Literally, when my agency talked to me about which sponsors I wanted to take, I said, listen, I'm happy to take any sponsors you give me, except no crypto, no gambling, no BetterHelp. That was like, and no Crunchyroll. Those are the ones I turned down. I'll take basically anything else. Those four, no sir. No crypto, no gambling, no BetterHelp, and no Crunchyroll. Those are the four sponsors that I don't touch. That said, what's been so wild to me is to see how people crawled back to BetterHelp, and I for years now have been saying that for years I've been saying that people should give up this BetterHelp thing. They are selling and monetizing mental health, and they are not actually willing to help anybody. So what I wanted to do today is because I've been researching this for years now, which is why I never took the sponsor. Think how many more thousands of dollars I could have in my bank account if I would have taken BetterHelp sponsors once a month for the last 5 years. But anyway, today, we are jumping into PewDiePie's video. We're talking into PewDiePie why we need to talk about YouTubers promoting BetterHelp. This is a 5-year-old video, and it has aged so freaking well. The fact that people are actually jumping back on the BetterHelp train straight up is disgusting. It is wild that people felt like it was okay to jump back on this train. It is a virus that has been spreading and spreading and spreading, and quite honestly, I had enough. I am working on a script for a main channel video. I'm not sure if I actually want to do it. I have to put it together. Talking about how recently people are monetizing mental health, and BetterHelp is going to be a whole segment of the video. The major issue with BetterHelp is that they tell you they're selling you a therapy service, but the people that work at BetterHelp are not licensed therapists. They're just fucking losers. And let's jump right into it, baby. This is gonna be a wild ride. Let's see how well this aged.
Special news segment. Special news segment.
Special news, baby.
Good evening.
God, this was literally the golden age of YouTube. Why is this camera so shit, bro?
I'm Poppy Harlow, here for your special news segment. Any YouTuber mentioned in this video is just for context. I am not dragging these people. It's just for context.
All right,
full disclaimer, guys.
Dude, I love how he has to say that because he's not harassing anybody. Listen, I personally also am not harassing people. I said in the beginning, people do gotta be making money. People gotta be making money. Listen, it's an important thing. You gotta be making money. But like when I see incredibly successful YouTube shows like Death Battle, every single Death Battle is sponsored by mental health. That came out wrong, but it sounded great. Every single Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. They're all sponsored by it. And dude, this is before the entire Insano-style mental BetterHelp harassment campaign. See, like, here's me reacting to 5 months ago. This was before people started calling out mental health, BetterHelp again, all right? Like, look how I start this video, basically. I don't even know if this is
Next on the docket is Omni-Man vs. Homelander by
death battle. I have been requested to cover this one a lot, especially because Invincible's going on right now, Gen V's going on right now. So that's why we are here to death battle. And I decided that in the future, when I do react to death battles, I am going to make the incredible good call of researching first. So I am no longer going to be random nuts reaction guy that has my arbitrary opinion based on my random bullshit. I researched this thing earlier. I have an opinion, and I did not watch the death battles. I don't know how this is going to turn out. We are going to jump right into it with my incredibly based takes. This is not a fair fight. This is a one-sided slaughter. This is one of them taking the other one to the chopping block and shoving his own testicles down his severed throat. All right, babe. My editor cut the part out, but... a lot like, damn it. I mean, honestly, he was right to cut it out. Like, you shouldn't have left it in the video. But I specifically skip the Betterhelp ads. On every time I react to something with a Betterhelp ad, I skip it and I say, don't do Betterhelp. Like, I've been doing this for years. It's time for a death battle! Bro, DraftKings is gambling. I was heavily requested. This is wild. I'm only looking now, but all death battle sponsors are mental health and gambling. Okay, that's really weird. The time is upon us. I have been very requested. Bro, how do they get these sponsors? Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is you got a lot of sponsors out there for YouTube videos. Now, not everyone is able to actually take every sponsor because when you're a small channel, most people don't want to hire you. To be honest, most people just want to hire the big dogs. But when you are a big dog, when you are the size of Death Battler, Anthony Padilla, or Jax Films, you really do have your pick of the crop. I don't know why you need to sell yourself out to Betterhelp. It is literally like, I don't know. It drives me mad because you know what you're promoting. Like, if you promote a mobile game that's actually shit, like, okay, so they'll play a shitty mobile game a little bit. But if you promote a fake therapist to somebody, then you can actively be destroying their life. And that's why it's so mind-boggling to me. I honestly, morality Nuxanor here, promoting a crypto and promoting Betterhelp are literally on an equal footing, in my opinion. Because, think about it. You're not scamming them. You're just telling them that they could invest into this crypto if they want. Just like over here. You're not... I don't know. I think it's weird that people are so, like, okay with Betterhelp. But anyway, until they're called out. It's like, it's so for me, the reason why this is such a disgusting situation is because PewDiePie called it out 5 years ago. People stopped. And then over the next few years, people started trickling into Betterhelp again, started taking the ad again. And now that there's a whole new wave of hating on Betterhelp, a lot of people are dropping it again. And it makes you wonder, like, why did they drop it? Did they drop it because they thought, oh shit, this is immoral? Or did they drop it because people were calling them out and they were getting backlash? It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of it's an interesting question with no answer. But anyway, let's see how well this video aged.
Just context. No, for real, it is just context. I think if this story goes mainstream, which it very likely will.
Very likely will. I have 100 million subscribers.
It will have a negative impact on YouTubers. What am I talking about? Well, of course, Betterhelp. You've already heard about it from your favorite YouTuber.
Betterhelp.
View Betterhelp.
Betterhelp.
There is a list of over 100 YouTubers who have promoted this website.
Dude, Betterhelp is it's a ubiquitous sponsor. Everyone takes Betterhelp. And here's something that I think a lot of people don't know. I don't think even like PewDiePie was aware of this back at the point that he made this video. Betterhelp pays you for every viewer you get to sign up to their website. Trust me, I know they wanted to sponsor me in the past. Everyone that signs up to Betterhelp, you get a cut. You get a cut. I don't know, man. It's just so scummy to me.
It's been all over Reddit. My own subreddit, I always see these ads. Try online therapy. Try online therapy, and you too
They all have the same dude. No.
Can grow a magnificent beard just like this guy. Well, what is Betterhelp? Well, it's been marketed as cheap, affordable, and private online therapy.
Let's go.
With a professional. That's right. Hooray, professional. I
remember that professional thing.
Discussed Betterhelp in a previous video where I first heard about it, and I was cautious about calling it a scam because I've seen not just YouTubers.
I don't think it's a scam as much as it's just incredibly gross.
But actual therapists shilling this service.
Actually really believe it.
You're a sociopath. By the way, this video is sponsored by online therapy.
Right, dude? Think about it. That's gross. You make a whole video about talking about sociopathy, and then you get sponsored by a online therapy site that pays you for every sign up. Oh my god, dude.
So what's wrong with Betterhelp then? You can have online therapy without leaving your house. You can have therapy at home. That's great. That sounds almost too good to be true. Well, yes, because it is. With Betterhelp, they have attempted to mass produce therapy. They pride on having 4 million users. And they...
Wait, what? Over 4 million users? And this was 5 years ago? You go to Betterhelp's website literally now and it says join 4.6 million people. You're telling me over the last 5 years they didn't get a single extra user? Nah, bro. Nah, dude. No way, my guy. Such a yucky poo situation. Therapy at home. Bro, therapy is a real thing. If you need therapy, get a therapist. Why would you... It's like, I want to do therapy, but this is cheaper and easier.
They've gathered this many users by saying this. If you sign up for Betterhelp, you'll pay only $65. Whereas if you go to an actual therapist and meet face to face, you'll be paying $250.
Dude, that's so wild to me.
So look how much...
Sadly, most YouTubers blindly take sponsorships without doing research. So here's the thing. People gotta be making money. I've been saying this the entire time. It's an important thing, and people need to remember that YouTubers need to gotta be paying rent, okay? I have no issues with them taking a shitty mobile game, okay, or whatever, as a sponsor. That literally is not gonna hurt anybody. Even if I promote a shitty mobile game, and you decide, oh, hey, I'm gonna try it, you could try it, not like it, and not play it, okay? That is such a different situation than this. Oh my god! How can you compare the two?
Money you are saving by using Betterhelp instead of face-to-face.
Dude, this isn't about saving money. It's like, oh, you could pay for a really good therapist $400 or a cheap-ass therapist $100. Wow!
Therapy. However, in their own terms of service, they acknowledge that if you are using this site, it is not a complete substitute for face-to-face examination.
Right? That way they don't get sued. Right? That way someone says, hey, but my therapist, blah, 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 and then they don't get sued because look at the supplies, not a substitute.
And for a session by a licensed qualified professional. So it's marketed as a cheaper substitute for therapy, when in reality, it's a luxury.
It's not a substitute at all. It's a Discord friend that you could talk to. That's not even necessarily a licensed therapy. Bro.
In addition to therapy. Look how much money you are saving.
I've saved a lot more money. My therapist is ChatGPT. And bro, ChatGPT is a great therapist. He's free. He is literally free.
By not going to therapy. Also, by the way, you need to go to therapy.
Yeah,
when you subscribe to Betterhelp, let's say you pick the most popular one, $65 per week, but you are billed monthly. So when the 7-day trial runs out, you're immediately billed $260. Yeah. So let's say...
Dude, it's literally the same today. It is insane to me how it hasn't changed. Dude, you look at Betterhelp and they're literally the same. How have they not evolved over the last 5 years? And how did people come back to start taking these sponsors again?
Say you sign up for Betterhelp for a 7-day free trial. As soon as that trial ends, you are charged immediately with the full price of a month, $200.
Like every monthly subscription on the planet.
$60. And even if you immediately cancel, you are still charged the full amount for a month that you will not use. And there's a lot of reviews that reinforce this. Betterhelp says, how long will I use his service? Just as long as you need it. You can cancel the subscription of the service at any time. Fantastic. We'll just charge you for the full month anyway. Now, I've seen comments saying that if you contact them, they will pay you back. So if you lost money signing up for this, please do reach out. BetterHelp also says that we'll find you an online therapist. We'll you just do this quick questionnaire and we'll...
Yeah, they do the same thing on... Dude, they literally haven't changed. It's insane. It's the same fucking shit. I'm looking for individual. Man. The 28. They give you the same shtick. You know, like, basically they give you the questionnaire, and then they hook you up with a therapist. I can actually see progress in my mental health, which is something I haven't been able to say in 15 years, and it's thanks to her. Written by a random person that totally wasn't paid to write that. because their photo is uploaded. Michelle listens and provides excellent guidance through life situations. Damn. That there is a real-ass human that wrote that, probably. Susan is amazing in her insight and conversational approach. I am so glad to be blessed to have found her and started healing with her guidance. Again, totally not a real, a fake human that wrote that. That's a real-ass person. Susan, you're joking me. It's the same people. We're literally 5 years in the future. How is it possible that Susan is the same therapist that they used in both of these? Dude, it's the same picture. Bro, what is even going on? How has this not evolved in 5 years? Dude, honestly, I can't believe it. This is wild.
We'll find the right person for you. But in their terms of service, they also say, we cannot assess whether the use of the counselor is right and suitable for your needs.
Bro, they literally have terms and services the size of a Niji Sanji contract to get themselves out of any form of hot water ever. It's like, join us and pay money to get yourself a good-ass therapist. And then, like, in the fine notes, we're not real therapists. We don't count as a therapist, you know. We cannot assess whether anything is helpful.
So what do? They don't take accountability for anything. You can find
find yourself a therapist that takes accountability.
Therapist.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying it's immoral. Okay? And I'm just saying it that way because if I call it a scam, I might get sued, and I don't want to get sued. Okay? listen, because again, follow the doctrine. Doobie got it making money out here. You know what I'm saying?
That does phone calls or texting by yourself. Betterhelp says themselves that they give no warranty for their willingness to give advice. They make no warranty whether what they say is even relevant, useful, correct, relevant again.
Oh my god, they're irrelevant twice!
Or suitable to your needs. So they don't take responsibility for anything. How convenient. Yeah, on review sites, it says that Betterhelp is 69% positive and 21% negative. So if someone says, BetterHelp really worked for me, that's because they had a good therapist. Not because BetterHelp provide a good service, because they don't take account.
Dude, think about how insane that is. Imagine getting yourself, going to this place to find yourself a therapist that takes no accountability of actually being helpful whatsoever.
Accountability for any of their counselors, which then leads to a lot of people having bad experiences. They say themselves that they don't diagnose. The platform is not intended for diagnosis. But then
what are you? It's like, we are therapists, but we're not diagnosing anybody here. Oh, that's good. That's fantastic. I love that.
Have really questionable videos of YouTubers saying,
I suffer with binge eating, which I do want to talk to you guys about because I was officially diagnosed with binge eating disorder by my therapist.
I was officially diagnosed by their therapist. Okay, who diagnosed you?
Who's your therapist?
If you guys have ever heard of Betterhelp.com.
Oh, good. So you were diagnosed by the person on Betterhelp.com that says that we literally do not diagnose people. Dude, look at their terms and conditions right now. Look at this. To the maximum extent permitted by law, you hereby release us and agree to hold us harmless from any and all causes of action and claims to any nature resulting from the therapist service of the platform, including, without limitation of any act, omission, opinion, response, advice, suggestion, information, or service, any therapist or other content or information accessible through the platform. You are agreeing to release them from any possible issue you might have by using them as a therapist. Oh, goody. Oh, fantastic. I love myself when a therapist has 4 billion terms and conditions of how, notice, supplies, we don't have to do crap about anything. Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? That's just great. I think that's just great. Man, I love me someone that's so confident in themselves that if they literally by omission wrongly diagnose you, you can't actually sue them in any way. We may fuck you over, and you cannot do shit about it.
Oh really? So you were officially diagnosed by a therapist. Therapists should not diagnose you, by the way. And Betterhelp.
That's what a psychologist is for. A therapist is like to talk to, not to diagnose.
Themselves say that, but still apparently it happens.
I never actually received any therapy. We just kept setting appointments and he just kept missing them. And not giving me any warning or any real reason, and was really unprofessional in his messages. So I'm seeing BetterHelp everywhere and I'm getting flashbacks.
Obviously,
Damn,
if you need a therapist face-to-face...
Now that's a glowing recommendation, ladies and gentlemen. That is someone that truly appreciates... Okay.
You can still have bad experiences. But if Betterhelp themselves doesn't take any accountability of finding you the right therapist or any accountability for the actions of their therapist, then what's the point? What do they do besides charging you? It just came to my attention that I missed a portion of the terms of service. This one is deeply concerning. And
what? While we may try to do from time to time in our sole discretion, you acknowledge that we do not represent the verified, do not guarantee the verification of the skills, degrees, qualifications later. Yo! It is your responsibility to conduct independent verification regarding any counselor that provides you with counselor service. Are you joking me? We do not vet our therapists. It is your responsibility to find out if the therapist that you find through BetterHelp is actually a therapist. Bro, I love my therapist slash Uber driver. That dude's awesome. He's incredible. Literally everything that I've ever hoped for. Elementary school janitor slash therapist over here. Literally peak professionalism.
Guess why I missed it? They deleted it just a few days ago.
No, they deleted that. Oh my god, bro. What are we gonna do? So let me remind you that this video that PewDiePie made is 5 years old, and everyone dropped the sponsor, and then slowly but surely everyone picked the sponsor back up. How
convenient. This one says that they don't guarantee the verification of the skills, degrees, qualifications, certification, credentials, competence, or background of any counselor. With BetterHelp, you'll be talking to professionals. Just beware that it's your responsibility to determine whether they are or not. It's your responsibility to determine whether they have any degree or qualification or certification or all these things. What does BetterHelp do besides selling you a product that doesn't exist, that they don't sell?
Oh my god. But that almost sounds like a scam! There's no way.
A lot of reviews have...
Counselor changed over the year I spoke there. I think someone else was typing on the computer instead of her! Bro! They have ghost therapists! No!
Spoken about this, saying that their counselors was
Counselor from hell. I was open and honest about my mistakes in the first communication with her. She responded by lambasting me, calling me foolish, telling me she had no empathy. What is going on? What is going on? How is this real?
Questionable.
With BetterHelp, you could be talking to a professional.
With all kinds of crazy stories. And considering how little the actual therapist using BetterHelp gets paid, it's obvious that you're not going to get the best service. People even saying that they most likely just talk to another person. Their therapist just changed throughout the year, and they don't even know who they were talking to anymore. Now, I can't...
Dude, they changed the reviewing site. They literally changed it. They removed the star recommendations, and they changed it to just little quotes instead of like actual reviews. They changed the way the reviews are written to just be the most generic, Sarah's been an angel for me. Literally, the best therapist I've ever had. Bro, look at this. This is insane. They literally changed the entire reviews section of the website. Dude, honestly, bro.
I can vouch that these reviews are legit. Obviously, they're anonymous reviews, but I can, if you want to do that argument, neither of the good reviews are legit either. If you go to BetterHelp's own website, their testimonies, they are filled with testimonies. Most of them starting off with text saying...
a name, some random guy's name. Sarah's been helpful. Joel's been amazing.
Joel was excellent, referring to their therapist. Alex has been so helpful. She is very understanding, referring to their therapist. Jerry is empathetic. Well, you scroll down and you find this guy.
Julian says that Betterhelp.com is a reliable online platform to receive...
Julian says? Wait, hold up. What was the wait. No way they did this.
Julian says that Betterhelp.com is a reliable online...
Who's Julian? Is he reading his text prompt? Is he supposed to be acting as Julian? And they sent him the message starting with Julian says, referring to him saying it, and he read the Julian says part of the message. I'm sorry. That's too dystopian for me.
Find this guy.
Julian says that Betterhelp.com is a reliable online platform to receive therapy. It can be easier and safer to communicate with a licensed psychologist from home than at an office. A therapist of theirs, Lauren McCoy, is attentive and does ask the right questions. You needn't stay alone.
Jesus, you needn't stay alone.
Oh God, I am your sleep paralysis demon. I will keep you company in the darkness.
And notice how he says, Julian says.
Yo, I'm so happy he went on this one.
Says that Betterhelp.
Who's Julian? His therapist is Lauren. Is he Julian?
Yes, he's reading a script. He is literally reading a script that starts with Julian says, and he is Julian. And he kept that in his recording, and they kept it in the testimony.
Is he referring to himself? Is he reading the script so badly?
Yes! Yes! That's exactly
what is this site? What is going on here? The cherry on the top here is that in their terms of service, they can share your data.
Oh, good! Oh, good! It's a massive advertising scheme. So you join them, you tell them all about your personal shit, they sell that info to freaking Google, and Google is suddenly giving you ads for stuff that you were talking about. It's like, wait a second, why am I getting ads for weird BDSM kits that I've never talked to anyone about this except for my therapist, Julian?
And anything talking about mental health related, that's really not a problem if that's public information, right? I mean, the whole idea of having online therapy with an online footprint is just a bad idea in general.
Nux says, promoting an advertising company that's secretly a Betterhelp mental health company is quite incorrigible and honestly should be fucked in the face.
Why is my accent so wrong? Now, this is some of the reason that I found out that BetterHelp is not what they are saying it is. There's a lot of more information and a lot of more crazy things that I don't want to bring up, but there's a lot of suspicious activity to say the least. For me, where this whole thing gets the most messed up is the marketing. When I first heard about BetterHelp...
Yeah, I get that. So, dude, you're promoting mental health stuff. Mental health is a really touchy and really real subject. And then YouTubers just kind of find a way to monetize it. Like, monetizing mental health has literally become like the go-to strat.
Help. I was immediately skeptical because I've been approached by a similar app a year ago, and a very few selected people told me, Felix, this app is not what they are saying it is. Luckily, the app didn't cost any money, and luckily, I didn't take the money for the promo. For some reason, I recognized that it was a bad idea taking money for a mental health issue, and how so many YouTubers fail to recognize this is just beyond me. Well, maybe it shouldn't be. There's over 100 YouTubers who have promoted BetterHelp, but the most concerning thing about this is not that they're getting paid to promote it. I think that's fine, but they are paid per person that signs up to BetterHelp, and not...
I'm happy he's mentioning this. This is exactly what I was saying, man. This is exactly what I was saying, guy. This is exactly what I was saying, guy. They pay you per sign-up. So YouTubers are incentivized not only to promote this and let you know that it exists, but are incentivized to convince you to sign up, to help you, to make believe they're helping you, to make believe they care about your better health, only so that you can sign up to some other company that obviously doesn't care about your better health and is just an actual pyramid scheme. And those guys will take your money and laugh with it all the way to the bank. Guys, bro, look at how insane this is. BetterHelp customers will begin receiving notices about refunds related to 2023 privacy settlement with the FTC. BetterHelp agreed to pay $7.8 million to settle the allegations that the online therapy provider used and shared customers' health data for advertising. And big shocker, that is exactly what they did. They said that they are allowing themselves to give over that shit, to release the info that they get. And they lost. They had to pay $7.8 million for selling that. You know? And they settled, which means they're guilty. Spoilers. But if you settle, you're guilty. Hot take. If you settle, you're probably guilty. Otherwise, you don't settle. You fight it out. Obviously, that's not always the case, but that's very likely. Like, you see articles all over the place. This woman says BetterHelp drained her bank account, which doesn't feel like a good therapy tactic, right? So this lady paid $300 for therapy that did nothing. She wasn't even matched with a therapist. They drained her bank account, and she was unable to pay rent. Surprise! That's pretty awful for your mental health. Like, you have scandal after scandal after scandal involved with BetterHelp, and somehow, because there was a lull, because there was a silence, because people weren't really talking about it, all the YouTubers crawled back to BetterHelp and somehow started taking those brand deals again. It is insane to me. Bro, dude, I would accept sponsors from every shitty mobile game on the planet if they paid me well enough. But how do you agree to something like this? I don't understand.
Not just a little money either. It's been confirmed that YouTubers have been paid $200 per person that they get to sign up for BetterHelp.
That is an insane turnover. $200 per person? I've never heard of a turnover like that in my life. I've been sponsored by a lot of different companies, okay? And a lot pay you based on signups, okay? Based on, Raid Shadow Legends pays you based on signups sometimes. Factor pays you based on signups sometimes. A lot of them pay you based on signups, but usually it's like, I'll pay you an extra $100 for every 100 people that sign up. You know, it's not $200 per sign up. And if they are willing to offer that, it means they are probably going to be making more than $200 per person. Dude, this is crazy. BetterHelp made $135 million in profit. Therapists are paid $30 per session. That's insane.
$200. That's a lot of money. Just get 1,000 people signing up. You just made $200,000.
And then guess what? If you make an entire video where you're talking about how, how Shane Dawson used to do, talking about how everyone's secretly a sociopath and needs therapy, and then you're sponsored by therapy that's literally cheaper. It's literally cheaper than everybody else. I don't know. Then guess what, bub? Guess what? People are gonna sign up.
So obviously, you're highly incentivized.
It's not the YouTuber's responsibility to read the terms of service. Honestly, to some extent, you're right. To some extent, I don't agree. I think that YouTubers don't need to necessarily know every tiny itty-bitty detail about the thing they're promoting. But when you're promoting a mental health site, a therapy website, you should at least make sure that they're actual therapists, you know? It's like, well, I didn't know the cryptos was a scam that I promoted. It's like, yeah, but you look into that, right? There's some things that you look into a little more than others. If you're asked to promote some AI chat app or some mobile game, then who cares? Okay? Even if it's shit, even if the talking points say it's the best game of 2024, and it's not actually, believe it or not, the best game of 2024, who cares? Okay? YouTubers gotta be making money. And I think that viewers are willing to take these things with a grain of salt. But when you are making a video talking about how protecting your mental health is important and you might be a sociopath and you got to protect yourself, and I have great news for you. Instead of spending $150 on a therapy session, you could pay just a meager $65 on a therapy session with BetterHelp, where the therapist gets $30 and BetterHelp walks away with $35. Like, I don't know. At least make sure that that they're actual therapists. That it's a website that's at least somewhat legitimate. Like, you're selling mental health here. You are literally targeting sick people. Okay? This is very different. You are being sponsored by a sponsor that tells you to target sick people and manipulate them into not getting the help that they need. Sorry for phrasing it in such a strong wording, but like, that's what you're doing.
To tell people to sign up for this service. In my video, when I memed BetterHelp, I was just joking. By the way, guys, everyone is a sociopath. Enter the code SHANE for your cheaper online therapy today. I would never have guessed this was the case. So this leads to a lot of the sponsored videos of these 100 of YouTubers being about mental health, which could actually be a good thing, but they are made so that people sign up for the website.
It's Scott from Depression to Expression. If you're looking for anything to miss out on, don't miss out on this. Welcome to Expression. Whoa, I actually messed up there. What? And completely serious.
What the?
Before we start, I have so much respect for each and every one of you for watching and being.
Why do you ask for my payment information now? Okay?
As we know, I've been in therapy. I've been just dealing with a lot of stuff that I need to deal with, and I feel good. Anyways, I feel good. What is that? Probably about.
So you can access professional, affordable, and convenient counseling.
I just hit a wall where it was gotten so bad that it was basically either stop making videos or disappear
Also, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. More information about that at the end of this video.
Right, it's always linked into some really sad moment. It's like you have an incredibly sad moment of the video, like where you like start to feel bad about yourself. You start to introspect and be like, wow, maybe I am a failure. Then it's like, but there's BetterHelp, guys.
I believe having a healthy mind to be a top priority.
I agree completely.
At least for myself.
I completely am with you. Literally 100%.
A healthy mind leads to a healthy life.
Man is spitting right now.
But before you guys go, I just want to share with you BetterHelp.
Like, but you see... Oh my god. And again, I don't think 100% of the blame falls on the YouTubers here. Like, I think that they didn't know. Like, they approach you. They're like, hey, BetterHelp. We're approaching you. Promote this to help people. It's a good thing. And most people aren't going to, like, look into it that closely and stuff. That's why when 5 years ago, PewDiePie made this video, people dropped BetterHelp. And I thought, you know, that's acceptable. They didn't look into it. Whatever, that's fine. However, here we are, 5 years later, and people are taking mental health again. The BetterHelp sponsor again. Like, what happened, guys? Literally. It's like, people stopped criticizing you and you thought it was okay now? Like, come on, bro. See, at this point, I think it was 5 years ago, it was 90% BetterHelp's fault, 10% YouTubers' fault. Now, the fact that YouTubers are promoting it, it's 50-50. How do you go back to this without looking into it?
It may seem like you are unable to gain a clear perspective.
What?
You no longer need to feel the suffering.
Oh my god.
Counselors
so right.
at BetterHelp are on your side.
Literally right in there. You don't want to feel suffering, do you? BetterHelp! Use code JigglyPiggledy.
Probably pulling 70, 80, 90 hour work weeks with travel in between. Of course she got burnt out.
And I'm so unfucking out! In light of this video, I'm working with BetterHelp to help provide another resource for you guys.
To be fair,
yeah,
I don't
for
think
you guys. It's for you guys. I'm working with BetterHelp to provide a resource for you guys.
These YouTubers know what they're promoting. And
they don't know what they're doing. See, that's why 5 years ago I was like, all right, let's not hold it against them. They don't know what they're promoting, really. Yes, it's true they should have looked into it. Yes, it's true it's negligent, but they didn't know. What's the excuse now, huh?
On the paper, it sounds like a great thing. If you can help people and get paid at the same time, what's wrong with that? I don't think everyone is completely innocent, but I don't think there's any point in faulting anyone too much either. Recently, there's been a big topic on YouTube about mental health. 10 YouTubers fighting mental health stigma. YouTube is failing its creators, and why YouTubers are feeling burnt out. I
hate the articles that do this, like the gaming articles that are out here to talk about different YouTubers' mental health problems. It's like some YouTuber will make a video talking about, I don't know, burnout, sadness that went on in their life, tragedy that happened. The algorithm is stifling them. They'll make a video about this to, you know, to vent, to talk to their viewers about something. And then the gaming journalists are like, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It is time to shine, baby. Let's start mass producing articles about how poor YouTubers are suffering. Let's monetize their mental health real quick. I don't know, man. It's such a wild situation. I don't know. Again, that's why I'm thinking of doing my monetizing mental health video. Just for stuff like this. I know it's not going to perform well on YouTube, but... Dude, I should get it sponsored by BetterHelp.
About this topic because I don't want people chasing phantom dragons. I don't want people to think that they win by acquiring wealth and fame.
I win by acquiring mental health. I get your mental health, and your mental health, and your mental health. Mental health me up, bitches.
This is such a common misconception that somehow if you get rich and famous, all your problems are solved.
Okay, not all, but like, let's be real.
When in reality, these are just cravings that everyone has that will never leave you satisfied.
God, I miss when PewDiePie was like here making videos like this. Like, this was literally such a good era of YouTube. Man was such an upstanding citizen out here.
You'll never feel happy and content.
Except for when he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
If a service like BetterHelp existed, they should take accountability for their counselors' actions. It should be in their best interest to make sure that anyone that signs up gets a good service. But in their terms of service, they say that they don't. And this is obviously because they're mass producing it. And they definitely should not market themselves as a substitute for therapy and then at the same time say that they aren't one and hidden in their terms of service. And YouTubers should not take a deal that gives them money per sign up if it's for mental health, or at the very least then disclaim that. I was slammed by mainstream media a few months ago for guess the controversy, guess the big thing.
Was it the N-word one, or the death to Jews one, or the
I did. Well, I shared Amazon referral links in my descriptions.
Dude, this is why Twitter literally. This is why fuck Twitter, bro. Fuck Twitter, man. Oh my god, dude. He got canceled for having referral links in his descriptions.
Which I've never even mentioned. That's right, everybody. I linked to my equipment and I got a 10%. I know. I'm a little scumbag. So what does this whole BetterHelp thing fit in? Where does that go? I mean, you can't just treat your fans like dollar signs.
What do you think about that, fans? What are your thoughts on that? I don't know. That sounds like a whack take. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Whack take. Patreon.com/NuxTaku. Subscribe to me there. I make videos that are copyrighted. I don't even make money from them. All right, my fellow dollar signs. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. #capitalism, boy.
What kind of person would do that? It's disgusting, and I don't understand why anyone would do that.
Yeah, dude, I love that. Good old PewDiePie.
Fans, I treat with respect, and I would never sell them anything, ever. Check out the merch, guys. Link in the description. Please, the campaign is only 9 days left.
Dude, it's amazing. Oh my god. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for being here with me on this ride. And I'm happy that people are starting to talk about it again. For me, the wildest aspect of this entire thing is that this PewDiePie video literally aged, like, so well. It aged like a fine wine. Now, 7 hours ago, 1 day ago, people are like, oh my god, the BetterHelp virus is back, because somehow people are literally taking these videos. Like,
we've seen advertisements for the service here on YouTube,
I have.
Facebook, or elsewhere.
I have.
Loosely understanding it to be an online therapy application for matching patients with licensed professionals. Pretty simple.
Right.
The ads paint a picture of something kind.
Yeah. But what's so insane is that it's literally the same exact situation that happened right before.
To make up for the company. So, point whatever.
We are literally, oh, this is the article I showed you a few minutes ago. We are literally living in a time loop. One of the conspiracy theories is that the business model is selling data to third parties. Far-fetched, isn't it? Even though they literally said they retained the right to do that. Like, what's so mind-boggling to me is the fact that this is literally a thing that is so prevalent, and people are literally taking these sponsors again and again and again and again and again and again. And suddenly they feel like, well, PewDiePie's video was 5 years ago, and all these other YouTubers are taking it, so I could take it too. But dude, you look at the people that are taking these videos, these sponsors, and it's like, dude, Anthony Padilla. Why, man? Why? I'm not calling you out personally. I don't know exactly what goes on in your private life and stuff. But dude, come on, bro. Take Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends never hurt anybody. I don't know, man. I may be a corrupt-ass YouTuber out here that takes sponsors that aren't always purely for the sake of promoting a product that is just purely better for the world. And frankly, I think you all know that. You know that I do be needing to make the money. And to be fair, you guys are super duper nice and kind every time I do take a sponsor. You click the links in the description and add traffic from my links. And you guys are super kind about it every time I take a sponsor. And I'm eternally grateful that you're so understanding of the fact that I do be needing to make the money. And it is very, very kind of all of you. And in return, I don't take these ads. I told you the big four that I don't touch. Gambling, crypto, BetterHelp, and Crunchyroll. Those are the big four that I don't touch because I don't like them morally. And therefore, I'm not gonna sit here and promote that shit. Cringe shit that's not gonna hurt anybody. I don't really care. And I don't think you care either. Some of it, and every once in a while, I will get a sponsor that's like actual just gold. I actually love some of my sponsors. NordVPN is unironically great. Raycon earbuds, unironically great. A lot of the energy drinks, unironically great. Like, there are a lot of unironically great sponsors. I've been sponsored by Genshin, that, you know, lots of people love Genshin, and Honkai sponsored me, and lots of people love that. I was super honored recently to be sponsored by Solo Leveling, which was super duper cool, because I love solo leveling, you know? We live in a really weird society that somehow, on the one hand, sometimes people get super pissed when their YouTuber takes a sponsor or whatever, and sometimes they're super accepting. I am lucky and privileged to have a community that is super accepting when I do take a sponsor, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for being that cool about it. And in return, I'm gonna try my best to not get sponsored by something that I think is actively gonna be a harm, like the Big Four, for example. And I think that's what makes our relationship special. A nice parasocial relationship. And with that said, we all need therapy. Don't go online, get a real person. Bye! Bye! If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kink. Stay weird, fam!